Imagine a mountain that has stood silent for centuries, its slopes cloaked in forests, and its peak shrouded in clouds. This is a dormant volcano, a slumbering giant that has the potential to awaken with a fury that can reshape the landscape and impact lives for generations to come. The reawakening of such a volcano is a captivating and formidable event, a stark reminder of the immense power that lies beneath the Earth's surface. The Earth's crust is a dynamic and ever-changing entity, and volcanoes are one of its most dramatic manifestations. While the thought of a volcanic eruption might conjure images of fiery destruction, it's crucial to remember that these events are a natural part of our planet's evolution. Understanding the science behind dormant volcanoes, the signs that herald their potential eruption, and the steps we can take to prepare for such events can mean the difference between life and death for those living in their shadow. The reawakening of a dormant volcano is a humbling experience, reminding us of the raw power of nature and the importance of respecting its forces. By heeding the warnings, preparing for the potential consequences and understanding the science behind these events, we can coexist with these sleeping giants and mitigate the risks they pose to our communities and our planet. Volcanoes are classified into three distinct categories: active, dormant, and extinct. Active volcanoes are those that are currently erupting or showing signs of imminent eruption. These are the fire-breathing mountains that capture headlines and inspire awe and fear in equal measure. Dormant volcanoes, on the other hand, are not currently erupting, but possess the potential to do so in the future. They are the sleeping giants of the volcanic world, capable of slumbering for centuries or even millennia before roaring back to life. Extinct volcanoes are those that scientists believe are unlikely to erupt again, their fiery days behind them. The distinction between these categories is not always clear-cut. A volcano that has been dormant for centuries can reawaken with little warning, while a seemingly extinct volcano can stir from its slumber with unexpected force. The Earth's interior is a dynamic and complex system, and the forces that drive volcanic activity are constantly at play. Understanding the science behind dormant volcanoes is crucial for assessing the risks they pose and developing effective mitigation strategies. By studying the history of past eruptions, monitoring seismic activity, and analyzing gas emissions, scientists can gain valuable insights into the behavior of these slumbering giants and provide early warnings of potential eruptions. In our modern age of technological advancement, we are fortunate to have an array of sophisticated tools at our disposal to monitor the Earth's vital signs, including the activity of its volcanoes. Satellites orbiting high above the planet provide a global perspective, tracking changes in ground deformation that can indicate the movement of magma beneath the surface. Networks of seismometers, strategically placed around volcanoes, listen for the telltale rumbles and tremors that often precede eruptions. These sentinels of the Earth are constantly collecting data, providing scientists with a wealth of information about the inner workings of volcanoes. By analyzing this data, scientists can detect subtle changes that may signal an impending eruption, giving communities valuable time to prepare. The data collected by these monitoring systems is crucial for understanding the behavior of volcanoes and predicting their future activity. By combining this data with geological records of past eruptions, scientists can develop hazard maps and evacuation plans that help to minimize the risks posed by volcanic eruptions. While predicting the exact timing and magnitude of a volcanic eruption remains a complex and challenging endeavor, there are a number of telltale signs that often precede these events. These are nature's red flags, warning signals that something extraordinary is brewing beneath the Earth's surface. One of the most reliable indicators is an increase in seismic activity. As magma rises through the Earth's crust, it can cause the ground to tremble and shake, generating earthquakes that can be detected by seismometers. Another warning sign is ground deformation. The movement of magma can cause the ground to swell or subside, changes that can be measured with precise instruments. Changes in gas emissions can also herald an impending eruption. Volcanoes release gases such as sulfur dioxide and carbon dioxide, and an increase in the release of these gases can indicate that magma is nearing the surface. By closely monitoring these and other indicators, scientists can gain valuable insights into the state of a volcano and provide timely warnings to communities in potentially affected areas. Understanding these warning signs and knowing how to respond to them is crucial for ensuring the safety and well-being of those living in the shadow of volcanoes. Section 5. Preparing for the Fury: Essential Survival Strategies. Living in the vicinity of a volcano, whether dormant or active, requires a heightened awareness of the potential risks and a commitment to preparedness. Just as we take steps to prepare for other natural disasters such as earthquakes or hurricanes, it is essential to have a plan in place in case of a volcanic eruption. One of the most crucial aspects of preparedness is having an emergency kit readily available. This kit should include essential supplies to sustain you and your family for at least 72 hours, such as food, water, a first aid kit, a battery-powered radio, a flashlight, and extra batteries. It is also a good idea to have a supply of N95 masks on hand to protect against volcanic ash, which can be harmful to the respiratory system. In addition to having an emergency kit, it is essential to be familiar with your community's evacuation plan. Know your evacuation route and have a designated meeting place for your family in case you are separated. Remember that volcanic eruptions can be unpredictable and rapidly evolving events. So, it is always best to err on the side of caution and evacuate early if instructed to do so by authorities. Section 6. When the earth rumbles: Evacuation and Shelter. When a volcano erupts, the first priority is to ensure the safety of those living in its shadow. This often involves evacuating people from areas deemed to be at high risk from lava flows, pyroclastic flows, and other volcanic hazards. Evacuations can be disruptive and stressful, but they are a necessary precaution to protect human life. If an evacuation order is issued, it is crucial to follow the instructions of local authorities and evacuate promptly and calmly. If you are unable to evacuate, it is important to seek shelter in a sturdy building, preferably one with a basement or an interior room without windows. If you are caught outdoors during an eruption, seek shelter immediately. Avoid low-lying areas, as these are susceptible to lava flows and pyroclastic flows. If possible, try to find shelter on high ground, away from the path of potential hazards. Section 7. Facing the ashfall. Protecting yourself from airborne hazards. Volcanic ash is a significant hazard associated with eruptions, and it can travel hundreds or even thousands of miles from the eruption site. This fine, abrasive material can irritate the eyes and respiratory system, damage engines and other machinery, and contaminate water supplies. During an ashfall, it is essential to protect yourself from inhaling ash by wearing an N95 mask or a damp cloth over your nose and mouth. If possible, stay indoors and keep windows and doors closed to prevent ash from entering. If you must go outside, wear long-sleeved shirts, long pants, and goggles to protect your skin and eyes. Volcanic ash can also make roads slippery and reduce visibility, so it is important to avoid driving if possible. If you must drive, do so slowly and carefully and be aware of other vehicles and pedestrians. Section 8. Learning from the past. Real-world examples of volcanic reawakening. Throughout history, volcanic eruptions have shaped civilizations and left an indelible mark on the Earth's landscape. By studying these past events, we can gain valuable insights into the behavior of volcanoes and the potential consequences of their eruptions. One of the most famous volcanic eruptions in recorded history is that of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. The eruption buried the Roman cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum under a thick layer of ash and pumice, preserving them in an eerie time capsule. More recently, the eruption of Mount St. Helens in 1980 demonstrated the destructive power of volcanic eruptions in the modern era. The eruption, which caused the largest landslide in recorded history, serves as a stark reminder of the importance of preparedness and the need to respect the power of nature. These are just two examples of the many volcanic eruptions that have shaped our planet and our history. By learning from these past events, we can better prepare for future eruptions and mitigate their impact on our communities. Section 9. In conclusion, respecting the power of nature. Volcanoes are a powerful reminder of the dynamic and ever-changing nature of our planet. While they can be destructive forces, they also play a vital role in Earth's systems, shaping landscapes, creating new land, and enriching soils. By understanding the science behind volcanic activity, heeding the warning signs of eruptions, and taking appropriate preparatory measures, we can coexist with these awe-inspiring forces of nature and minimize the risks they pose to our communities. The reawakening of a dormant volcano is a captivating and humbling experience, reminding us of the raw power that lies beneath our feet. It is a call to respect the forces of nature and to acknowledge our place within the grand tapestry of Earth's history. By embracing knowledge, preparedness, and a healthy dose of awe, we can face the future with confidence, knowing that we are better equipped to navigate the challenges and wonders of our ever-changing world.